I'm Dr. Pragyanika Gurum, Director, PHS Fertility, IVF and Women Care, Kolkata. And today we are going to talk about infertility. So when a couple has been trying for a year with regular unprotected intercourse and still has not been able to conceive, then the couple might be suffering from infertility. And so you should visit your doctor. You might want to visit your doctor earlier if the woman's age is above 35 years, or she has history of any ovarian surgery, or if her periods are irregular. So every 1 in 6 couples suffer from infertility, and so it is quite a common disease. Out of 6 couples, 1 might be suffering from this problem, and so even someone you know might be having infertility. However, because of the stigmatization and the taboo, and people don't like to talk about infertility, it makes it a very lonely disease, and people are usually not very forthcoming with their problems. And therefore, this leads to delay in seeking treatment and also delay in diagnosis. And also, because of this, many a times treatments may not be given at the proper time. So these are the challenges we face while seeing an infertile couple. So why a couple might be suffering from infertility? We can very easily understand that the problem might lie in 4 things. That is, in the case of a woman, in the eggs, in her womb or uterus, or in the fallopian tubes. So first, coming to the eggs. The problem might be that the eggs might be less, or she might not be ovulating regularly. This is commonly seen in a condition known as polycystic ovary, where the ovulation does not occur monthly, and here usually the eggs are in excess. Also, there might be problem in her uterus. There might be certain tumors. She might be suffering from adenomyosis, or there might be a problem of thin endometrium, which can be due to certain infections or tuberculosis. Or the problems may be in the fallopian tubes, which are the connecting tubes between her uterus and the ovaries. So the fallopian tubes might be blocked, due to which the fertilization might not occur. In the male, the most common reason is the problems in sperm. So there might be a problem in sperm production or sperm function, and usually we are doing a simple semen analysis to see the number of the sperms, the motility of the sperms, as well as the quality or the morphology of the sperms. In a woman, usually we first do an ultrasound scan, which is usually done through a transvaginal route to assess her ovaries as well as the uterus. The tubal testing is usually done in day 7 to day 11 of a cycle. Doing these simple ultrasound in a woman and a semen analysis in a male, we usually come to know the majority of the problems. Besides this, usually we advise certain blood tests, which can be hormonal evaluation. Particularly, we advise AMH or anti-Mullerian hormone to check the ovarian reserve. And so if the AMH is low, that means the woman might be having a decreased ovarian reserve, due to which she might have to seek an earlier fertility treatment or ART treatments. So depending upon the problem, generally we advise certain treatments. The most basic treatment is medical treatment. Usually we give some ovulation-inducing drugs, and this helps the woman to ovulate at the correct time, and she can time her intercourse with her ovulation. Next, usually we are also providing some ART treatments or assisted reproductive techniques, in which either the sperm or the sperm and egg is handled outside the body. So the first procedure is an IUI. Usually if the egg count of the woman is good, if the tubes are open and there is no mild sperm problems, IUI is the best option. In this method, we are simply inseminating or injecting motile washed sperms inside the uterus of the woman, and the motile sperms can reach the ovulated egg quickly at the right time, and so her chances of natural pregnancy are increasing. In the next ART treatment, which is the IVF, we are fertilizing the egg and sperm outside the body to improve the chances, and this is usually done if both the fallopian tubes are blocked, or if the egg count is less, or if the woman has reached postmenopausal age, or if there is severe sperm problems, or there is nil sperm count. In these cases, usually we are going for the IVF treatment. In certain cases, genetic diseases may run in the family, or the couple may have a history of having a genetically abnormal baby in the previous pregnancy. In these cases also, through IVF cycle, we can ensure that a normal baby is born. And how is that done? We usually advise pre-genetic testing in these cases, whereby the genetic test is done on the embryo and we ascertain which embryo is normal. And this embryo is then transferred inside the uterus for implantation, and the couple in this way can have a healthy baby. Usually we advise also genetic counseling for the patients before the procedure so they can understand the risks and all. So through all these methods, despite all odds, infertile couples who are struggling with infertility may seek a successful pregnancy outcome. Counseling is a very important part of an IVF patient. Usually in the beginning of an IVF cycle, we are sending the patients for assessment of mental health, for their emotional and mental health being. Also, when patients are undergoing their IVF cycles, if they are undergoing any genetic testing, we are sending the patients for genetic counseling. Actually, we can also send the patient routinely for genetic counseling to ascertain where there can be any risk of genetic problems in the baby. Usually, this is done by a genetic counselor who takes a detailed family history to ascertain the risks and advises the test accordingly. And if any genetic problem or genetic susceptibility is found in the parents, then we can go for genetic screening of the embryos. In this way, we can ensure that a couple conceives with a healthy baby. Thank you.